Hey guys, Bird Yugioh here, coming at you with another deck profile. This time it is an updated Gooki Dark Warrior deck. Um, no longer are we playing Nightmares in this because of Nightmare Mermaid being banned, but let's get right down to it. Still a really fun deck. Still can do some pretty cool boards with like Trigate and um, Nightmare Griffin and whatnot, so you can still put up negates and some pretty cool combos with the deck. Starting off with Suprex. He's the best Gooki that you want to see in your hand. You can even see him in multiples because when he's normal summoned, you special summon one Gooki monster from your hand, and then all of the Gookis, which is why they're really good. When they're sent from the field to the grave, you can add one Gooki card from your deck to your hand. I'll show you some. You can of course add any of the monsters, but also the spell card that you add is very good. 2 Octastretch. It's the level 1, so it allows you to go into like Linkaribo, as well, and it also has, if it's sent from the field to the grave, you can add one Gooki card from your deck to your hand. The level 3 is going to be Twist Cobra, and then we got 1 Headbat, he's a level 2, and then 1 Rescorpio. Even though he's a level 5, he has an effect where if you control no monsters, or all monsters you control are Gooki, you can normal summon him without tributing. So that comes up every now and then. He does have some high attack as well. And then we play, recently coming off the ban list, is the Malicious, back to 3. So that really helps us deck out. And we do have a lot of ways of, if we happen to see this in hand, that we can discard it. So that comes up every now and then, but just an amazing card. And the card we want to abuse with this deck is Armageddon Knight. Let me move these up a little bit. Yeah, Armageddon Knight is extremely good. It's not once per turn. So you'll see with this deck, you want to make Saryuja Skull Dread as quickly as you can, because you can special summon out Armageddon Knight if you have it in hand off of him. Obviously most of the time you're going to be doing I sold into Armageddon Knight, but Saryuja just comes up a lot, giving some draw power and special summoning from hand. Really, really good. And then 1 Dark Greffer, that's kind of a part of the combo. And it just allows you, if you see Dark Greffer and Malicious in hand, to just discard the Malicious and then special summon Dark Greffer. So really good. And then also, I consider this kind of a part of this engine, but just 3 Danger Mothman. It's the only dangers we play. This isn't a danger deck by any means, but we're doing just the cheap one, but also the one that helps us out the most, again with the discarding stuff, because if this one is discarded, you can have both players draw 1 card and then both players discard 1 card, and then at the very least, if they hit another card and don't discard this, you can still special summon it. It just allows for more linking up into stuff. So overall, I really, really love this engine. I find it works really well, and I also find myself, if I don't see this in my opening hand, I see it off of like Saryuja Skull Dread, drawing it off of that. So now on to kind of like our extenders and like side engines. One of the best ones is going to be Neo Space Connector and the 1 Aqua Dolphin. If you're normal summoning that and you don't have, obviously, Aqua Dolphin in hand, you're going to be and actually, if Aqua Dolphin is in hand, you can still special summon it off a Neo Space Connector. You're just, losing 2 cards instead of just special summoning it from the deck. But this will allow you to just rip 2 cards out of your opponent's hand. Usually they're going to be hand traps or whatnot. And actually what goes really well with this Neo Space engine is Blue Mountain Butterspy, because if you normal summon Neo Space Connector, you can chain block with Butterspy, so that your opponent isn't going to, affect Valor or Ash this card. And it's also just a warrior extender, so you can go into Isold easier and quicker. Very, very good card. Some of our other extenders, 3 Photon Thrasher. If you control no monsters, you can just special summon it from hand. It's a warrior. And then Crusadia Arborea, really good because say you happen to have another level 4 on board and then a link, you can special summon this from your hand, and it's a level 3 tuner to go into some of our level 7 synchro plays. And then I've actually upped, if you saw my other Gooki deck profile, playing 2 Destrudo now, and then of course the 1 mermaid. One of the best, pseudo engines for going second. The Yugioh mermaid combo is just amazing. Getting rid of like 3 problem cards. But Destrudo, I really wanted it at 2 because you don't mind seeing it at all. And you can of course special summon it from your hand if you have it off of use your Skull Dread, and then use it again from grave. So I found that it just comes up where I want to see more than one, because I sometimes do want to see it in hand. So yeah, that's it for the monsters. All super important and all really help the deck out a lot. One of the most important spell cards is Gooki Rematch. That's what you're usually going to want to be adding off of one of your Gooki monsters that you link away. You want to be adding this as quickly as you can. And so also you want to be able to get 2 Gookis into your grave as quickly as you can, and that's where discarding off of like the Mothman, or just discarding by any means you can, to get 2 in grave, because this, you just target 2 Gooki monsters in your graveyard with different levels, and you special summon them in defense position, so it just gets you 2 more monsters on board that you can just link away. Helps you a lot with like your Trigate combos and whatnot. One of our other really good extenders for going first or second is Instant Fusion. Gets your warrior on board, or it takes one of your opponent's monsters with Thousand Eyes Restrict that we play. Since it is a combo deck, Called by the Grave is definitely recommended. Very good. Let me move these up a little bit. And then we play all of our equipped spells. Phoenix Blade, one of the more important ones, just so you can get this back to your hand for discard fodder and whatnot. DDR, Autonomous Action Unit, Moon Mirror, Shield, and Axe of Fools. Pick whichever equipped spells you want. I like 5, just in case you happen to draw 1. You can still send 4, so that you can special summon out your Armageddon Knight. That's mostly what you're going to want to be summoning off Isold. And then the last of our spells is going to be 1 Reinforcement of the Army to search out, basically any of your powerful cards. Foolish Barret will send, Malicious or Destrudo, or sometimes even so you can get another Gooki into the grave, so that Rematch is live. That comes up every now and then. Monster Reborn, because your graveyard's going to be filled. And then I kind of teched in 1 for 1. It's just another way of discarding, and another way of getting into, like one of your Gooki cards, so that you can then link that away, of course, and add Rematch. And the last 2 cards we play are Shade Brigandine, just another way of getting a warrior on board, so we don't play any other traps, so this in your hand is always going to be a warrior, basically. So that is it for the main deck. 50 cards. I think it's perfect. I've tested it, been able to do the Trigate combo fairly frequently, not as frequently as before, without Mermaid, but still a really fun deck, really cool. So on to the extra deck. Most important one is Isold. It's going to be allowing you just need 2 warrior monsters. It'll add a warrior to your hand so that you can discard or use next turn. But then also you're going to be sending any amount of equip spells to the grave, and you special summon a monster equal to its level equal to the amount of equips you sent. So most of the time you're going to be sending or trying to send 4 equip spells to the grave, so that you can then summon out, or special summon Armageddon Knight to then send, like a malicious or a Destrudo, depending on kind of what you're wanting to do. So yeah, Isolde is really, really, really good. And then kind of for our Yazi package, but also just a general card to use for like Octastretch or whatever. Linkuriboh. We got one Phoenix, one Cerberus, one Unicorn, and one Griffin. So I'm playing all the Nightmares still because they're all still really good. If you have a lot of, like, say you have like 2 equipped spells in your hand, you can always set one, make a Unicorn, because you'll find getting monsters on board is really not an issue with this deck. But yeah, make a Unicorn and then shuffle that back into the deck. That comes up every now and then. But yeah, the Nightmares are still really good. This is basically a part of the Yazi package as well, because you'll make, actually all these are, you'll make a Linkuriboh and then go into like Phoenix, Cerberus, Unicorn, and just shuffle back a lot of, and destroy a lot of stuff your opponent controls. And also these come up for the Trigate, making your Trigate Wizard live with their arrows pointing to it, so that comes up as well. Really good cards though. I had an extra spot, so that kind of went to an Underclock Taker, just to get some damage on board, for going second, or another arrow pointing to the left if you need it. Trigate Wizard, still really good. Not terribly easy to make, but it is definitely possible and definitely really good to make. Second best card is going to be Saryuja. Aside from Isolde, this is the one you're going to be trying to make as quickly as you can. It gets you draw power, gets you a special summon from hand. Last one is going to be Borreload. It's still a problem to this day for some decks to get around a Borreload. It's a really good card. And then we play some tuners in the deck, as you saw, Destrudo and Arborea. So our going first synchro is going to be Dawn Dragster, just to get a spell trap negate. And going second is Yazi. As I said before, just really, really good to go into that. Our only Xyz monster is going to be Dugaris. Gets you draw power to kind of, you draw 2 cards and you discard a card. So that's another way of discarding. And then it also can special summon from the grave. So I find this card is very helpful and really, really good. And the 2 instant fusion targets I play, Carbonala Warrior and Thousand Eyes Restrict, going first, going second, basically. Also, you can go into Linkuriboh with Thousand Eyes, and Carbonala is just a warrior. You can play Invoked Raijin if you want. He's really good. He has more upside than Carbonala Warrior, so play it if you got it. But these are just ones I'm playing. Yeah, this is a super fun deck, guys. I think it's still really good. The combos are nice, even without Mermaid out there. But yeah, that's the deck. Gooki Dark Warrior is still alive in 2019, late 2019 after the ban list. After a major hit to Knightmare Mermaid, it's still a really fun deck. So yeah, on the next video, I think I'll do maybe like a top 5, top 6 or something, budget and rogue decks. So then I might be posting here in the next few days. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you like it. We'll catch you guys in the next one.